Hey, how's it going, everyone? David here, and welcome to yet another Wolf reaction. This episode, we are diving into season B, episode number 9, or otherwise, it'd be season 3, episode number 21, if you're going that way. The Fox and the Wolf. Hopefully, you guys have been enjoying the series. Hopefully, you have been having a wonderful day today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the uncut, unedited reactions of episodes extra early as well. With that being said, we're going to jump right into it. Buckle your seatbelts. Let's ride. Oh, we're going way back. 40s?
There's an answer, I swear. Come on, just try. What gets broken without being held?
I don't care.
Neck but no head.
Your mother.
A bottle.
I knew it. I knew one of them were going to be a...
But no head.
Oh my god, apparently I do. This is the one show that has me terrified of flies. Oh man. What was the one moment that you had to get some oxygen through?
What is it?
My dad.
All right, right here. We're looking at the fox and the wolf right here. But it's Kira, the actress,
you,
right?
You'd have to be like 90.
It came from her? I like episodes like this because they give you a lot.
Guys, keep your voices down. There's plenty for everyone, but if the MP's here, no one gets anything. Mitsuyo.
Crazy enough, that girl, this girl right here, is from Superstore.
Firecrackers?
You're gonna find this if they flip this place upside down.
Somebody lose something?
Wolves and foxes tend not to get along. Not just in fables and stories.
But allies, however unlikely, should be welcomed, especially in times of war.
Need more flashbacks.
Sorry, but
When I was in the Army, an officer told me, if you want to defeat your enemy, you don't take away their courage, you take away their hope.
You don't look like a man who gives up hope easily.
But Styles might. If this thing inside him, if it's using his mother's disease as some sort of psychological trick, then this isn't just a fight for his body, it's also a fight for his mind.
I don't know, I like these flashbacks. I feel like the flashbacks are gonna give us a lot of information we need. I had a gut feeling they were dating. There was something going on between them.
Why do I like you when you're acting tough?
Maybe because you want me to be a fighter.
No, I like my handsome medic.
Don't like him too much. Your handsome medic's getting worried. I think you need to ease up on all the stuff you're taking off the truck, Noshiko. Especially medical supplies. People are starting to notice.
So what if they notice?
Deruku iwa uterero.
You're quoting Japanese proverbs to me.
The steak that sticks out gets hammered down. It's a good proverb. I thought you liked it when I'm tough.
I like chocolate more.
Something must happen to him.
Talking quickly.
Noshiko.
Mom, what are you doing?
Right, what the heck are you doing?
How did you do that?
It's one of our talents. Them to stop. That so many people were sick. And so many were dying. I'd never seen anger like that.
It looks so peaceful though.
Breathing thing.
I know they're doing this, but it doesn't look as viciously as she's saying. I'm trying to figure out who's the Nogitsune. If it's the doctor or if it's this guy. Oh, shoot. What the heck was that?
Now I knew why Satomi was always trying to keep quiet. Why she got migraines once a month. And why she was always at the game of Go. It kept her calm.
She was bitten.
Bitten werewolves have a harder time suppressing their anger. One unexpected flare-up and they can lose all control.
So that lady was a werewolf.
I know. I don't know if I made a mistake with Scott. I don't know what my dad is thinking. I don't know if we should trust Eric. I don't know. I don't know anything.
Oh, I haven't seen her show any emotion.
Walking. I had some security precautions put in.
So?
Motion sensors, cameras.
Is that his room?
Yo, staring right at the camera.
Then I was still better off than Reese. The screams could be heard throughout Aiken House, echoing through every room, every hallway.
Covering his...
He died in agony.
He died.
The doctor.
And he comes here and kills all of them? What if he burns them alive? Oh shit, she helped him out.
Excising the Nogitsune from Reese's body shattered the katana. But you can put it back together.
Why don't you just do it yourself?
Because I'm not a Thunder Kitsune.
Oh my god, there's so many terminologies, man.
I
Holy
just
crap.
found out you're 900 years old. I don't think I'm ever gonna trust you again.
Trust me on this.
Alrighty then.
What is all this?
Oh, that would scare the
What is
crap
sticking
out of
up
me,
for?
dude.
This is what Styles used to try and explain.
Him. That's the only way.
You agree
Yo.
with this?
Sometimes history does repeat itself, Scott.
Only if you
Time
don't
to question,
learn.
man.
But
Time to
sometimes
question.
even then, fate conspires.
Wow, the fact that it goes all the way back to that.
All right, then.
All right, man. Season 3B, episode number 9, or like I've been saying, season 3, episode number 21. Man, wow. Okay, so, oh my god, I feel like this show is like one of those shows that almost really tough to be watching this show and watching other shows because there's so many terms and so many cast members and so many names being thrown out there that you can easily get lost. Oh man, okay. I loved it though. I loved the flashback. I feel like it gave us sort of understanding of the Nogitsune. I'm pronouncing these things wrong. I apologize, man. These things are not easy to me. Okay. Woo. A lot. I think the best way to go about this is just to kind of go scene by scene because there's just so much. And so I need to almost re go through everything so I can see if I can figure it out before you guys help me out because, man, oh man. So early on, we get started off with this flashback way back in 1943. And we see that these two gentlemen, what were their names? American Hayes, are disposing of bodies. We have no idea why or who they are or whatever the case may be. Disposing of these bodies, and then we are quickly met by the Nogitsune, who is just ripping them to shreds. So at first, very confused. Don't understand what's going on. What the heck? What the heck is going on? In my opinion, that's what like the flashback right then and there. I was just kind of confused. Then we come here where Mr. Yukimura, that's how you say his name. Teacher is staying after, I guess, Styles shows up. Obviously, we know that Styles is being taken over by this Nogitsune, or how you say it? Nogitsune. Man, these are some names. But anyways, he's taken over by that body. I like that we know now that the Nogitsune is a trickster. Is like the whole, I don't know if we can call it like a demon or whatever she called it. Basically, it's when you call amongst, or when she called for it, she didn't know the risk that she just wanted to have the power to make those two pay for what they have done. She didn't know what she was getting herself into. But basically, we get here and Styles is coming to him, wanting. He's like asking questions. I feel like in this, and Mr. Yukimura, he is not budging at all. The fly's released. He swallows it. So this fly, there's a lot when it comes to this fly, which is the scary part about it. Which was it was actually also really risky by the Nogitsune to use that fly, right? See, I'm just so confused when it comes to the show, man. Okay, so what was her mom's name back in the day? Man, just a lot, a lot thrown at me, man. Oh my god, every single time I think I know, I don't know. So the picture that we have is a picture of Reese himself and of Kira's mother, Miss Yukimura. There was a relationship that they had previously when they were, back in the flashbacks. There was a relationship going on. She's a fox. She's a kitsune, right? One of the forms of the kitsune. And it's just a love story. Early on, it's just a love story, right? It's just a love story. They're going about it. She's trying to help her people. She's stealing meds. She's stealing, all these things to help her people out. We're then stopped by, and I need to know this lady's name too. Satome. Oh my God, these are names and a half, right? It's her, Satome. And Satome is a wolf. But this entire time, no one knows that she's a wolf. No one knows that she's a werewolf because of the fact that she's keeping her calm. She doesn't want any of the medication from Oshiko. She's just strictly dealing with what she has to deal with because she doesn't want to lash out and get crazy. I mentioned that this lady Rinko was from Superstore, which is kind of funny. It's like once you see somebody as a role in another show, very hard to steer away from that and kind of focus on them here. And so I just see her as her character in Superstore, and it's just like, eh. how can I believe her in this role? So it's a little tricky. But anyways, what corporal? Is it because at this point we didn't? Oh, Reese. That's the way you spell Reese. I thought it was Reese, like Reese. But anyways, it's some sort of camp that these guys are keeping them. I'm not entirely sure what they are, where they're from, like what country they're from, but it's like a camp. They're keeping the. It said no. It said American. They're American. And then they said the Asian Americans. Oh my god, it's complicated. Man, oh man, I feel like it's so complicated. Maybe I'm making it complicated for myself. I must be making it complicated for myself. But anyway, she's telling the story this entire episode. Stilinski releases Derek and Mr. Argent says he needs their help because he doesn't want to kill Styles. Obviously, he just wants to trap this Nogitsune and get him out of Styles' body. Again, Reese is telling her here that, hey, you know, you're stealing a little bit too much. They're starting to notice. She doesn't care. She's more of like she doesn't care if she gets caught. He doesn't want her to get caught, and so he's like, I can help you, and I can do things like to continue to steal these things for you, but we got to do it a little better than what we're doing it. Story goes on. Love story. He's leaving. She's teaching him French, and then so we find out. So this is the part where it kind of gets a little interesting too, is because we find out that this doctor he's been stealing meds and using it to sell it on the black market. So basically, the meds that are supposed to be taking care of these, you know, people, excuse me, it's supposed to be taking care of these people. He's selling it on the black market, and then there's not enough meds to go around to save them and protect them. So they start catching pneumonia. They're getting really ill. Obviously, you know, the Japanese are very upset about it. That's so crazy that they only put Japanese man and not they didn't give him a name or anything, but they basically start this charge. They start this riot because of this doctor, and so at first they said it was like a very vicious riot. It didn't come off very vicious. Yes, they were storming the car and banging on the windows, but nonetheless, it becomes an all out war in a sense. And so the guy throws the Molotov at Reese. Reese goes up in flames. So there we go. We find at least the host and the body of this Nogitsune. We get an emotional moment from Allison here, where we haven't really seen her show emotion, but she's like terrified. She's been scared. Doesn't know all the situations that people think that she has under control. She just doesn't have it under control. She doesn't know what to do next. And so Stilinski comforts her. We get the little message that little motion detector that went off that Styles is at the house. Pretty much mayhem, like I said, a continuation of mayhem when it comes to this little scene. And basically it was a battle cry from Noshiko to cry out for I want to hear this scene again. Because she says that there was something she cried out for.
I could barely move. Die knowing they would get away. So I called out to our ancestors for Kitsunetsuki, possession by a fox spirit, for a powerful Nogitsune, one that feeds off chaos.
She like basically cried out to her ancestors to have this Nogitsune come down and strike fear and kill and do all this like mean stuff to American Hayes and everyone that needed to pay for this thing that they did.
We're calling on a trickster spirit as a
Trickster spirit. Okay, it's a spirit. I thought it was a demon, but it's a spirit. And so the spirit, she thought she was going to, it was gonna like take over her, and it didn't. It took over Reese. So Reese went on this like rampage. The trickster after Raw, she thought she could trust it or whatever. It backfired big time. But thing is that the Nogitsune was done for from my knowledge. It was done for. It was over with. We didn't have to deal with it anymore. The problem was when they did the whole sacrifice, when Styles, and I'm shocked it goes all the way back to that. Allison and Scott did the whole sacrificial, you know, thing. The previous episodes, it summoned it. It woke up the spirit, so it was released. So that makes sense. Was that? I thought those were fireflies that came out of the tree. Whatever. Was it just a fly? Oh my god! I feel like so much. I feel like now that I've watched this, I'm gonna get like a paragraph so big on Patreon of you guys just explaining so much as to what's going on, because man, what 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 on earth, yo? It's like the second I think I know what's going on, they just throw so many other things at me that clarifies the other things that I had questions for, but then raises more questions. Nonetheless, I thought it was a really good episode. Probably like a higher 8 for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the reaction. Hopefully you understood somewhat of the review. If you didn't, I do apologize because I'm still trying to put all the pieces together myself. It's just those very interesting but yet confusing concepts in my eyes. So it's so good. It's so freaking good. But nonetheless, that's the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed the reaction. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the uncut, unedited reactions over extra early over there. Well, with that being, catch you guys later. Peace, guys.